Hi, my name is Tim Thomas. I'm here with my friend Juan Curay. We're here to talk about a book called Change Your World by John Maxwell and Rob Hoskins. Juan, how are you this evening?
I am really good and excited to be with you talking about this amazing book that has the power to transform the life for good of thousands of people around the world.
That's awesome. And of course, we're just speaking from our point of view, right? We facilitate tables together and what it is and what it does. So why don't we start by you just explaining to me and everybody that's going to hear this what Change Your World means to you?
Well, for me, change your world starts it starts for me uh, changing little things in my life. Uh, 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 Talking with you about my fears, how to overcome my fears. This book was helping me to overcome some of my fears to speak in another language because I am a Spanish speaker. Yeah, and I feel some stress expressing my thoughts and emotions in another language. The I learned it 2 years ago, and this book helped me in that way and another's way too.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. So, as we sit here today, I know we were going to kind of volley back and forth different things about the book, things that we took away, things that we thought were fantastic. I believe you had wondered what my definition of a transformation table was. And, I'm sure there's a lot of people that wonder what a transformation table actually is. And of course, this is my interpretation of it. It's not John Maxwell's, it's not Rob Hoskins. They may have a different one. But, from what I've done and what I've seen with these change your world transformation tables that we're doing, is we take these 6 skills and we talk about all of us together sitting at a table and what these mean to us. We work on a more of a homework assignment for the week of how to develop that skill and how to be successful in doing it. Um, so that's my interpretation of it. What's yours?
Well, for me, a transformation table is an amazing place where people is committed to help another people to transform their lives for good. Nobody teaches in these tables. There is just a person who facilitates the table and help the other people in their group to transform their lives using John Maxwell materials and change their world materials.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? I tell you, you know, um, what's your biggest change that you've seen from doing the Change Your World?
Well, for me is as I told you recently is overcome my fears because I most of my life I was always under the shadows. If I don't know if you know people that are afraid to reach their potential, and I was one of that person of these people. I think I truly believe that there are people with huge potential that they didn't realize that they have that potential, and they need people that help to realize that they are valuable. And this process of transformation only happened for me in a transformation tool, in a transformation team.
That's wow. That is impressive. One that is great to hear. And yeah. So, what questions do you have for me? Do you have a question for me? Do you?
Yes, of course. Um, from your point of view, uh, Who do you think is the person that is invited to be a part of a transformation table? It is for everyone in the world, of there are some specific person that has to be in a have to be in a transformation table.
That is a tough question because my feeling is everybody should be in a transformation table, not just for uh, just the learning that goes on inside of it, the self teaching that goes on. I think anyone really that is looking for a little direction in the COVID situation that's around the whole world, it's global, as you know. It's a place to come together with really caring people. And, just to share one of my table experiences that I had, me and my wife, we had decided to do something very different than what we would normally, um, that would be historical for our family, right? So we've chosen not to punish our child with violence, and so we don't slap her. We do time her out. We do, and she's a great kid, and we don't have to do it often. But the amazing thing is you know my interpretation of that, by striking a child out of, which is more frustration for an adult. Um, so we agreed not to do that, not to bring her up that way. And we're one other person at this table when I was talking about it, and how sometimes we're different things are so driven, and the topic came up when we were sharing about it. And she said, that's the same way my dad brought me up. And it was so good to hear that kind of connection, that you go, okay, this is a person from another part of the world that believes in the same kind of doctrine, that it's out of frustration and violence, that the parents just lose their cool. And you know to hear that confirmation that it worked here as an adult, you know so that was the most amazing conversation I've had at a transformation table.
Okay, thank you. That is amazing. Definitely, that is amazing. Um, thank you for sharing this for for every one of us.
Yeah, so um, what would you add to that? What can a person expect from a transformation table? We go through these 6 skills at the tables, and then we move on to the action table after that with the group. So, what 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 can a person expect?
Well, a process of growth. Uh, every person can expect a process of growth. You know, I think that in my case, I was aware that I need a process of transformation in my life, because when I started to read some of the books that John C. Maxwell, I I remember some of these lessons about the awareness, for example, for instance, no? When you become aware about your talents, about the potential you have, about the gifts you have from God. I think that inside of me started to grow this person. Yeah, and at the same time, the desire to help other people. Yeah, because I don't want to be a selfish person. I truly believe if I have uh, a gift, this gift has to be shared with people. And talking about these transformation tables, I think that people um, can can find a, a, a place where to put this intentionality into a process of growth, because it is real that you can't change your life in one day, but you can change the direction of your life in one instant, maybe today. maybe right now I can't move my direction, and I move my direction, I track this movement, and then I decide to move away, to move from one point on another. I think this is the most important part from me that I found in a transformation table.
Now, you mentioned an interesting thing when you were making that comment. You mentioned God. Does a person have to be of faith to be part of a transformation table?
Not necessarily, but I am a person of faith. I, I, I don't have trouble sharing this with the world. I am a person of faith, but if anyone don't have is not a person of faith, is welcome to be part of, of a transformation table. This world needs you. This world need a person. It doesn't matter if he's a person of faith or
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that, Juan. That's so true. That's one thing I love about the Maxwell family, is that we all go to these things, and it's never been that you have to be a Christian, you have to be a Catholic, you have to be whatever. You know, John is a person of faith, as we all know, but it's great that they just open up and give you a big hug, literally. What else can you share in our time, while we're here talking about transformation tables? What else?
not.
What else do you want to ask?
I have a question for you,
Okay.
Tim. Um, what is the most effective habit, daily habit that you learn from a transformation table that you applied in a daily basis in your life?
Wow. That again, these are all tough for me. I've been on a personal transformation journey since I was about 20. Had a lot of stuff in my background to work through, and I think the six skills or values that we work on the table, however you want to class them, I think they're all important for a daily thing. I think if you prepare in your morning and you reflect at night, I think you'll find that you have to go through all of them. Um, you know, uh, Very important to me is hope. Um, I, I I don't refer to hope in the way as most people do. It's not just I hope for something. You know, I truly believe that when I start my day, those are my hopes in my day of what I'm going to get done. So they're really committed to that. And when we talk about forgiveness, forgiveness is a big part of a day too. And then the other one that really strives on top of me, because I do work in service to people, is treat better people better than anything else. And you know some people may say treat them better than they deserve. Treat them, the golden rule, right? Treat people as you would be expected, but treat them better. Treat them better than that. Is make their day. Some people really have tough days, even though they seem that everything's fine and everything's normal. I mean, do something that's memorable to them. Compliment them. Do one step above for people. I think if we saw more of that in the world, I think that's one of the best one in there is going above and beyond what the normal would be.
Oh my God, that is awesome. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Yeah, yeah. So, what was one of your highlights at a transformation table?
Okay. I think for me is what I find and do I want to highlight in a transformation table is that anyone judge you. Nobody judged you, and you have the permission if you want to make mistakes. Nobody judge you. Nobody it's telling you, hey, no, you are wrong. Hey, you have to think in this way because your thoughts are totally opposite to mine. Then you are wrong. Everyone at the transformation table shares their own experience, their own thoughts. And then if someone open his or her heart at the transformation tables, that experience helped me a lot because when someone says, "Hey, I have this trouble with that in this specific part of my life," and then because this happened with me, I didn't be able to forgive someone, and then something happened on this transformation table, and I was able to forgive someone. And if you remember, what is the gift of forgiveness? The gift of forgiveness is given twice for the person who receives the forgive, and the bigger part of the forgiveness is for the person who gives the forgive, because this huge burden that was carrying this person for a long period of time is no most in that over his or her shoulders. And to have a light life is a gift. It's a gift. Definitely is a gift. And this is one of the most important lessons that I learned in a transformation, learned in a transformation.
I have to agree. I had someone in my life that didn't treat me very well, and they're very close to me, and I had to do quite a bit of work to get to that stage, and I can say I'm past it. It took a long time, but it's there due to the transformation table. So, I believe, yeah, that forgiveness piece is very important. And it's tough too. And you always wonder, oh, is this or going to come back to bite me? Just because you forgive the person doesn't mean that they have to be your best friend. You just have to be able to let it go. And I think a lot of times we hang on to all that hurt. Sometimes it's a driver for us, whereas just letting it go is a much bigger opportunity.
Yeah, that's totally true.
Yeah. So, um, you mentioned earlier there's no teacher at a transformation table. So how does the transformation table kind of function as a to a facilitator, rather a teacher?
Okay, the process of facilitating a teacher and a teaching is different. Yeah, a teaching is a person who has a knowledge, who is maybe over other person, but a facilitator is someone that talks with you, that says a materially and like this, no, and then um, says someone does this. Okay, this night we are going to talk about hope, and we have this material from the John Maxwell team and the Change of World movement, and let us talk about these concepts, no? And just start to talk using these materials with other people. Is nobody teaches. Then they always everyone at the transformation table shares uh, thoughts, shares experience. Everyone helps another to each other to growth, because there is the goal of a transformation table, the personal growth. And one of the teachings from John Maswell is that the growth, and especially the growth in leadership, is only possible in a team with people around you.
Yeah, that I would agree to that. You know, um, that. there definitely is a difference between teaching and facilitating.
Okay. If anyone is watching this video for any reason, what is the most important thing or lesson do you want to share with that person from
Hmm.
a transformation table?
Uh, I think, especially in the time that we're in, one of I think the biggest value lesson that you could take away would be on listening. We're so quick these days with everything we do. We're so rushed. We're so hurried. Even in the midst of this pandemic, and it's coming to an end where I'm at. Slowly they're starting to lift restrictions and that. But I still think people are going to work at home. People are still going to be isolated, and everybody wants everything so fast and so quick. But I think if you can take the time to listen to people and really get their message, of what they're trying to say. Some people don't speak as well as others. Some people, the conversation doesn't flow as easy. Maybe that's a hint to slow down and take some time with people and really get to know what their message is. So for me, it's definitely, and it always has been, I prefer to hear someone speak rather than me talk. So I like to listen to people. I like to hear them talk. And so what was yours?
Um, for me is for me, I think that the most important lesson is the lesson of hope, no? And the first time uh, when I listened to this lesson, no? That hope is bigger than optimism, and to have hope, you have to always to have also a kind of action. I have hope that there will be a better future for me, but to to reach that better future, I have to do something, and I have to do something with intentionality. But uh, on the other hand, in my case, I have to accept that I am not perfect, and I am going to do some mistakes in life. I am a person. I was a person that was trying to do always good things and maybe perfect things. And where, for example, when I started to talk in English, no, I didn't was able to start talking in English with another people because I I I try to speak English always if I am good or perfect speaker in a perfect speaker English. As you can as you notice right now, my English is not good enough. But I'm doing this because by doing this, someday I will be the person that I want to be, you know, making these little mistakes, making these little actions in a daily basis. That is the only way that I going to grow in my personal, reaching my personal goals. And one of these goals is to speak English, you know, to speak English and use this language and these skills to help people around the world.
Wow, very impressive one. Very impressive. Um, your speech has been fine tonight, so it's one of those things that I've always enjoyed speaking with bilingual people. Number one, it helps me understand better, and I really have to pay attention to what's being said. So it's fantastic for me. So thank you for sharing all that. And I have to agree with you. You have to take action. Whatever we do, you set a goal, you have to take immediate action. There's not a personal development person in the world that, you name any one of them, that won't tell you that, you know, immediate and big action will get you further to your goal as soon as you set it to get started. And with hope, like I said, absolutely, every morning when I get up, I have my list of things, and that's my action list for the day of what I need to get done. So that's just a great skill to share. So thank you.
Okay.
So we're getting close to wrapping up here. Is there anything else that we might have missed? We might not have covered something that you want to add to?
Um, uh, the only thing that I want to add is because I have found a lot of good things at the transformation table, and I really think and I believe that is a transformation table is a gift in a life of I think to everyone. I really want to encourage people to to find a way and go into a transformation table. Uh, that is the only thing that I want to add.
Speaking of that, you have a transformation table coming up. Is that correct?
Yes, I have one in English and one in Spanish.
Why don't you share when the one in English is coming up?
Well, my transformation table in English is coming on Wednesday, June the 16th.
Wednesday, June 16th. Now, if someone wants to get on that, do you mind if we put a link to you to your email, or would you want it to your Facebook, or where would you like a link put?
Well, I guess they can find me on my Facebook account. You can find me as Juan Curay in in Facebook. But I am open to have more transformation tables if I have a group of people. Maybe sooner, no? Maybe sooner I can open another transformation table.
So, how does someone reach you by email? Do you have an email that someone can email you at?
Yes, I have an email, and my email is jpcuray78 at gmail.com. Is jpcuray78 at gmail.com.
Gmail.com. Perfect. So we'll get that added up there when the recording comes out. And it's been great spending time with you tonight. I really do appreciate it. This is fantastic. If you don't have the book, and if you'd like the chance at getting one of these books, when you see this video, just give a response to it and say, hey, I saw the book, and we'll enter you to get one of the books. Okay. Juan, thank you so much for tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
Hope you
so
have a
much
good evening.
for this time, no, and I love it a lot this time with you. Thank you.
You're welcome.